Hello, my name is Carly. I am a nursing student at Weber State University. I'm finishing up my bachelor's, and I'm sorry that I couldn't be there today due to the COVID restrictions, but I do have a educational video that I'd like to share with you. So after talking with your teacher, Mrs. Talbot, we felt that mental health would be a good topic to talk about right now at this time in your lives as you guys are going through changes. You're in 6th grade, you're about ready to go on to junior high. So many different changes. So first, what is mental health? So it's your emotional, psychological, and social well-being. So in easier terms, this is how we think, feel, and act. So this is especially important through our adolescence to young adulthood, and this is you guys coming up on your adolescence years. And like how we think, feel, and act, this can change daily. So this is why mental health is so important. So with mental health, there can be mental illnesses. So with mental illnesses, the difference between mental illness and mental illness is that you're diagnosed with it. So there's depression, and this can be something that goes on for years, or it can be something that is just occasionally, or it can be, a little bit, every couple weeks. There's no certain time frame for depression, just the time frames are how it's classified as acute, which is kind of short, or chronic. Anxiety, so you guys probably have lots of anxiety right now related to COVID-19. School, friends, family. In addition, people can be diagnosed with being bipolar, and this is drastic mood changes. And then schizophrenia, it's kind of the personality changes, and the main thing that I want to focus on is suicide. So this relates to the depression, the anxiety, the bipolar, and the schizophrenia. Suicide is causing many death rates, and something that I think we could all be a little bit more educated on. And it's important to know that these mental illnesses, they don't have to be daily. They can be on occasion, they can be sporadic, they can be random. So if something's wrong with you just for one day, don't focus too much on, oh, it's nothing, it's just one day. Like I said, it can happen randomly, or it can be on an occurring basis, which would then be considered chronic, and chronic is the term used for something that's long term. And then we want to know, why is it important? So first of all, your overall health, like we talked about, it affects you emotionally. Really, you want to be happy, and if it's affecting you emotionally, you can't be happy. And in addition, it increases the risk for a stroke, which is a heart condition. We're not going to go too much into these because this isn't the main part of the presentation. This is more anatomy-wise. Diabetes, so specifically type 2, that has to do with diet and exercise. And then heart disease. So like I said, don't focus too much on these. These are more anatomy-wise. This isn't totally what I want you to get out of the presentation. I just want you to be aware that it can affect things inside of you, such as your heart, things like that. So just don't focus too much on this. Just realize that it plays an impact on your overall health, the whole picture of your body. So some of the causes of mental health, and I focus specifically on ones for your guys' age group. So there are thousands more than this. People that have few friends, their home environment. If people come from a rough home environment, the parents are hardly home, and unfortunately this can be if people, the parents are abusive to their children, chronic medical conditions. So say if a few of you have diabetes, or have gone through cancer, that can play a huge impact. Feelings of loneliness, and then chemical imbalances in the brain can also play a part. So like I said, I think these are specifically towards your guys' age group, and one of the things that I know that I worried about when I was that age was who my friends were and if people would include me, and that can cause a lot of stress and anxiety. So, for some of the interventions, they are getting enough sleep. So, it is really important to make sure that you're getting your 8 hours of sleep every night. Healthy eating, eat lots of fruits and vegetables, avoid, as we all love the crackers or the easy go-to stuff. It's oftentimes not very healthy. If you can, try and stay positive. I know there's little things that you can do to stay positive. There's sayings that I was taught in school: for every one thing you say negative, say 5 things positive. Gratitude. Show gratitude. An example could be having a gratitude journal and writing what you're thankful for, especially right now around Thanksgiving. If you do any school activities, along with gratitude, make sure and write what you're thankful for. And then coping skills are huge. So I came up with some that I think would be beneficial for your guys' age. So these could be sports. If you enjoy playing sports, this could help relieve stress, anger. Yoga would be a great one to learn. Meditation. And then your hobbies. Depending on what hobbies you guys enjoy. So girls, if you enjoy doing crafts or things with your mom, and boys enjoy sports, just focus on the things that help make you happy and that relieve that anxiety. Okay, so now we're going to do some role play, and I have spoke with Mrs. Talbot about this, so she is going to help you guys do this. So there'll be 4 volunteers, and then she'll help you do it, and then we'll have a discussion after. So Mrs. Talbot will pause the video and help you guys go through this. Welcome back. I hope you guys all enjoyed the little role play and the activity. So I'm sure, as you guys all figured out, one of the role plays was of students doing things that were healthy coping skills, and then one was a thing that people were doing negative coping skills. And I hope that you guys were able to have a little bit of fun with this activity, but also realize that these coping skills are huge and are going to play a big impact in your life, and try and focus on those healthy coping skills. I want to thank you guys for listening to my video, and I hope that you guys have wonderful holidays and great rest of the year, and good luck going into junior high. And thanks for letting me come. And then the next slide before we close is going to be on resources, and I do have a handout that Mrs. Talbot will give you guys. So we'll talk about these resources and then we'll kind of end the presentation, but I wanted to end on these rather than me saying thank you. I feel like these should be the last thing said, so they kind of stick in your mind a little bit better. So there's actually the Hope Squad right here. So what the Hope Squad is, it's actually kind of based in Provo, and they want every school to have a Hope Squad to help prevent suicide. So if you're interested, they do have a website, but the number is also right there. And then there's also the Safe Utah app. So they want you to reach out. They can provide counseling or feedback or help for any of these topics. So there's suicide, self-harm, emotional crisis, grief, loss, drugs, alcohol, mental health, abuse, and impact of domestic violence. So in order to do that one, download the app. And then National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is a great place. I mean, it's national, so if you ever are feeling down or just need someone to talk to or talk you out of things, please call that number. And then another local one is Bear River Mental Health, and their number is right there, and they can help offer counseling stuff and any other additional help. So like I said, I want these resources to be the last thing that you remember from this presentation. And then here are my references.